welcome back to another episode of my 5-Minute Friday series here on my YouTube channel. It's been a minute, but in the last video I talked about how to do the loop jump, and today we'll be focusing on the single flip. Before you start working on your single flip, I highly recommend having a strong single loop because that will make the learning process of this jump a lot easier. They're basically the same style of jump, just from a different entrance. One is an edge jump and one is a toe jump. And like I mentioned earlier, my previous video in this series was how to do a single loop, so I will leave that linked on screen and in the description box below. The single flip is a single rotation jump that takes off from an inside edge, and we use our toe pick to launch us up into the air. There are a few ways you can enter into this jump. The two most common are a forward outside 3-turn or a forward inside C-step. I jump in the counterclockwise direction, so if you are a clockwise skater, please reverse everything I say in this tutorial. A lot of beginners find the flip jump easiest to learn from a standstill or from the wall. Some people do not like this method. It is completely up to you. I did land my first flip jump from a standstill, but I do prefer doing this jump with speed, so everything I mention in this tutorial video will be using an entrance that requires a little bit of speed. However, you can adjust the speed that you enter the jump to whatever you feel comfortable with. The first entrance I will start with is one of the most common entrances for our single flip jump, and that is the forward outside 3-turn. I highly recommend having a strong forward outside 3-turn before attempting your single flip. This is going to make getting into the jump a lot easier. For this, you just want to make sure that you can hold every part of your 3-turn for 2 to 3 seconds. You also want to make sure that you can have a nice strong extension on the second half of your 3-turn. This will make entering your jump a lot easier. When using the 3-turn entrance, you are going to push into your 3-turn. You are going to keep your arms in that L-shaped position, so our arms will be making that L shape facing away from the circle, and when we do our 3-turn, they will switch and now be facing the inside of the circle. Before you take off, you want to make sure that your arms are facing the inside of the circle, so when you pick into the ice, you can bring your arms in to help bring you into the air. When doing your 3-turn, you want to make sure the skating leg that is on the ice has a nice bend in the knee. You want to make sure that your free leg, which is extended out behind you, is nice and straight, or as straight as possible. A common error a lot of beginners make is keeping their free leg too close to their skating leg, and this is going to make it very difficult to launch up into the air properly. Once we put our free leg into the ice, we are going to use our toe pick to draw our skating leg towards the foot. Our skating leg is going to be drawing towards the foot that has the toe pick in the ice using an inside edge. As we are drawing our skating leg towards the free leg that has the toe pick in the ice, we are going to slowly pivot our body once the feet come close enough together, and we are going to use that inside edge and the toe pick to launch ourselves into the air like I am doing in the video. You want to make sure that your arms form a scooping motion as you are pivoting around going up into the H position of this jump. For most single jumps, loop and above, it is very important that you bring your arms as close to your body as possible. Much like our single loop jump, it is important that when you go into the air for your single flip, you try to keep your arms over your right or left side if you are a clockwise skater. This is going to help you stay over your axis while you are in the air and make the jump easier to complete. The other crucial part of the single flip jump is making sure that your legs form the H position while you are in the air rather than being side by side completely straight. While it is not completely necessary for a single jump, it is important that when you are in this H position in the air, you keep your left leg slightly over your right leg while it is extended in the air. This will help prevent you from falling to the left side when you land. You want to make sure if you are a counterclockwise skater that you are landing nice and strong over your right side. Once the jump is complete, you want to make sure you end in a nice landing position. You want to avoid putting your free leg down before you exit your jump. Everything I've previously mentioned is basically the same for our C-step entrance. I highly recommend doing this entrance if you find it a little bit difficult to get that proper inside edge when you are taking off from your forward outside 3-turn. This C-step entrance will help you stay on an inside edge and feel like the jump is curving a little bit more. A common error is doing a flip on a straight line. You actually want to make sure you start curving towards your circle. And that is how you do the single flip in figure skating. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below, and make sure you subscribe to stay up to date. If you have missed any of the previous 5-Minute Friday videos, I will leave them linked on screen or in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.